I can help you, Sam said, pleading now and moving closer to Colleen. I still got moves, you know. I got some tricks, and they's tricks to staying upright, you know. Sam looked up at Colleen's face and saw it thaw. He felt her pulling him close as her hand stroked his hair.
That's the best plan I've heard all day,
she whispered as she held him close to her again.
I'm so tired of bullies, Sam. I'm not sure how you knew it, but I am in danger, just like you. And maybe we can help each other. In the meantime, I'll be damned if I'll just sit here and take it.
Mr. Caswell's office, Brenda speaking,
said a pleasant voice with a British accent. Raimi remembered Hank had told him once that people take you more seriously if your help sounded smart. And Hank thought an English accent implied intelligence. Oh, hi Brenda. Raimi Basra here. How's things in Vegas?
We're just chuffed to bits out here, Mr. Basra. And yourself?
Oh, I've had better days, Brenda. Is Hank around?
Sorry to hear it, sir. Let me just pop in and see if I can get him for you.
Thanks, Brenda. A minute later, Raimi could hear Hank's extension pick up. The roar of Hank Caswell chewing someone out came across loud and clear.
Well, that's not good enough, damn it! Get out there and tell them we're holding them to their agreement. And if they don't like it, they can get in line to kiss my ass.
There was a sound of faint protest, then a thunderous,
Go! Raimi!
Hank bellowed into the phone. Hearing Hank's fury now directed at him, Raimi jumped and almost spilled his coffee.
Give me some good news. Things are going to hell out here.
Senator Deason, may I introduce Jack Calder?
Thanks for seeing me, Senator. I understand you want some background for your next book. What sorts of things do you want to know about? Well, you're on the Armed Services Committee, right? How much power does that position afford you? Power? Yes. For example, could it be enough to get an Air Force Base commander to cover up a murder? What kind of book are you writing there, son? There's no position in Washington powerful enough to get something like that done. You didn't come here to try out plots with me, did you? No, Senator, I didn't. I came to offer you a way out of the conspiracy you've gotten involved in. Jack opened his briefcase, pulled out the diabetic kit, and retrieved a small refrigerated vial and syringe and placed it on Max's desk. I'm here to offer you a way out. Max could not take his eyes off the vial, and they grew large at the prospect of what Jack could possibly mean by a way out. Could he mean suicide? 20 years ago, I went to Honduras with an archaeological dig team. One of my professors organized the trip for the summer. Anyway, one day I was pushing a heavy wheelbarrow of dirt to a newly opened dump site when the weight of the load shifted and ended up running down the hill straight toward a tree. When I veered to miss it, I broke right through the ground and fell into a dark underground opening. And as my eyesight slowly grew accustomed to the dark, I realized I had blundered into an elaborately carved Mayan ceremonial room.
Oh, Jack! How fabulous!
At first, I tried to stand on the wheelbarrow to get back out. And that's when I heard the gunshots from outside. I started pulling at the carvings, looking for anything, loose stones or slabs on the wall, or anything lying around that could pile up on the floor. I finally managed to pull a large stone slab away from the wall. When I rolled it over toward the pile under the hole in the roof, I saw it had a compartment in it. And in that compartment was this box. Colleen's eyes got big as she picked up the knife with newfound interest.
So where does the Honduran prison come in?
Well, I finally pulled enough stones from the wall to drag the wheelbarrow up and climb out of the hole. I stuffed the box in my shirt and made my way back to camp as quickly as I could. All the vehicles were gone and I could hear the robbers nearby. So I grabbed my pack from my tent and took off through the jungle. By the time I finally found civilization, I had unknowingly crossed the border, automatically making me a criminal in the eyes of the Honduran government.
I'm sure they would accept it back.
Well, we haven't gotten to the mystery yet.
There's more?
Oh, yes, much more. Realize I just wanted to get home at that point. But I have this with me, Jack said, nodding toward the box. So I booked a flight and arrived at customs back in Miami. They asked if I had anything to declare. I called it a wooden box and put a $100 value on it. Well, you'd think I was smuggling in the crown jewels, for God's sake. Customs swarmed all over that box, and I missed my connection. Then I missed another one. And I'm about ready to tell them to keep the goddamn thing when a specialist shows up and says I'm free to go. Then he hands me the box. Not to push my luck, more out of curiosity really, I asked why he's letting me keep the box. You know what this so-called expert tells me? He tells me it's just a cheap tourist knockoff. Says it isn't genuine and any archaeologist worth his salt would spot it as a fake in a minute. I said, why's that? He said because it has symbols and carvings from all over. Egypt and Mesopotamia, Central America, and some he'd never even seen before. Impossible to be authentic because those civilizations never had any trade together, weren't even flourishing in the same centuries. Imagine that, I say, playing along. $100 shot to hell.